New York State City goes above 10-round magazine ban to 7-round magazine and bans flashlights on semi-automatic rifles. Let's get into it. So I've been doing some firearms research recently, and I came upon several cities in New York, one in specific, that go even beyond the SAFE Act. That actually, I believe it's just completely a violation of the Constitution. So the SAFE Act already bans so-called assault weapons with certain features on it. But this in 10-round magazines, as you know, with the states that go the route of communism, choose the 10-round magazines. They say that anything above 10 rounds is high capacity. You gotta have 10 rounds. I was just looking at laws in these cities because, you know, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you want to be legal, you try to keep up to date with the laws. And I was just going through their city ordinance, you know, because every city might have something different. They have their own definitions for assault weapons, some of which are completely outrageous, considering that what you already gotta have on your firearm is just completely ridiculous. But this is something that would be legal in New York State. Fixed stock, you cannot move this stock, cannot be moved. There's no foregrip, there's no device on there that you can grab onto. There's no suspicious, no pistol grip. Right here, there is no muzzle device, so it's got a featureless barrel. So any type of muzzle device is an assault weapon. It's just arbitrary, it's just government tyranny. So it's Rochester, for example, big city in New York. So they have their own definition that goes beyond that. So that's already ludicrous, alright? So you can't even have a foregrip. I won't even risk a hand stop because I've already talked to several police officers. They said, you know, it's a gray area, so you could have, you know, a hand stop, can't even put your hand on it. Some cop might say, yeah, that's a foregrip, and say that's an assault weapon. So that's completely ridiculous. That's just not even, that's unconstitutional in my opinion. In Rochester, but they have gone beyond the 10-round magazine statute. They say that, so I'm going to read it off word for word for you. So
any centerfire rifle or shotgun which employs the force of the expanding gases from a discharging cartridge to chamber a fresh round after each single pull of the trigger, and which is loaded or capable of being loaded with a combination of more than 6 cartridges in the ammunition feeding device and chamber combined. For the purposes of this section, a weapon is capable of being loaded if it is possessed by one who, at the same time, possesses, in the case of a rifle, a fixed or detachable ammunition feeding device which is attached to, or utilized with, or capable of being attached to, or utilized with such rifle, and which has a capacity of more than 5 cartridges, or a centerfire rifle or shotgun which employs the force of expanding gases from a discharging cartridge to chamber a fresh round after each single pull of the trigger, and which has a flash suppressor attached to the weapon reducing muzzle flash. B. A grenade launcher. C. A sighting device making a target visible at night. D. A barrel jacket surrounding all or a portion of the barrel to dissipate heat therefrom. Or B. A multi-burst trigger activator. 3. Any stockless pistol grip shotgun.
Target visible at night. So if you have a flashlight on your already neutered firearm, you're going to say that's an assault weapon in Rochester. It says a barrel jacket surrounding all of the portion of the barrel to dissipate heat. So what? If you had, you know, a heat shield, if you had a heat shield on your rifle, that all of a sudden constitutes a assault weapon if it's semi-automatic. Even if it's fixed magazine, they said even fixed magazine. So in New York, the regular upstate New York, and a lot of these states, a fixed magazine rifle, then you can have all the scary features on it. But all of a sudden now, so in Rochester, that doesn't matter. So it's the same stuff. Oh, any multi-burst trigger activator. So now you can't have any FRT triggers. You can't have anything like that. So that they go above the ATF. They go above and beyond the Constitution, beyond, and say no, a semi-automatic. So what does that even mean? What is multi-burst trigger activator? What does that even mean? So is that a semi-automatic firearm that shoots too fast, that has a higher rate of fire, but isn't classified a machine gun? So they would say that's legal now. Stockless pistol grip shotgun. Okay. So now your normal 16-inch barrel shotgun without the stock on it, that's a assault weapon. So that's how they do it. So they're going above and beyond with it now, saying no, your standard, you know, you can't have the pistol grip, you can't have the moving stock, you can't have anything on the end of it. So you can't have any of that or a foregrip. So you just gotta have just this basic, you know, unwieldy, you know, just old school type of firearm, right? But now if you put a flashlight on it, you know, if you have a heat shroud on it, that's illegal. Having a flashlight is illegal now. So that's New York State for you, and that's how I haven't seen anybody on the internet talk about this. That's just completely ludicrous, and I don't see why anyone's not talking about it. But in New York we have a lower firearms ownership rate, but in consideration of how many people, because you got upstate New York, which is more land, you got a bunch of conservatives up here, but you got so many liberals. The downstate area, they make the decisions because of how many people there are. There's not much we can do about it, but I just don't understand how they can get away with things like that, especially the ammo background checks, everything else. But it's just crazy. Imagine that. Like, you've already gone so far. I've already thought, so I was like, man, can they go really even farther than that? So you couldn't even have, they don't even sell, oh yeah, they sell 5, so you'd have to be going around with a 5-round mag without a flashlight, all right? And I wouldn't even trust it. So you got the 5-round mags for hunting in New York with the semi-auto featureless firearm. You're gonna have to be rocking that, but I wouldn't even trust. I wouldn't even trust it. You gotta get out. You gotta get out of those places, or just go old school. Go 1980s revolvers, old school with it. But the criminals, they're just running around with everything under the sun. They don't care. But ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be everything. Put the link in the description to their city code so you can see for yourself. It's just ridiculous. I don't know how enforced it is. I don't live in Rochester. You can take it how it is. But if you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, support the good fight. I'll see you on the next one.